This plant is wasabi. In Japan, wasabi is a flavoring used in almost every food, such as sashimi, sushi, and soba. The stalks of this plant have a strong fragrant aroma that hits the nose. Apart from that, wasabi also has an expensive price. On the other hand, wasabi is also known as the most difficult plant to grow commercially worldwide. So, what is the process of wasabi farming? In this video, Technologia will invite you to see wasabi farming in Japan. Wasabi is a plant native to Japan, which is included in the herbal plants of cabbage family. Wasabi that has been cleaned and ready to be harvested can fetch a price of up to $250 per kilogram. Wasabi is expensive, mainly because of the cultivation process. The original habitat of the wasabi plant can only be found naturally along mountain streams in Japan. Let's visit a wasabi farm in Shizuoka prefecture, which has all the optimal conditions for growing wasabi. These agricultural processes start at the end of the harvest season, namely when the wasabi is around 18 months old and ready to be marketed. Farmers will clean the main wasabi for sale, while the attached young wasabi plants will be separated and ready to be planted in new fields. Next, the farmers will clean the swamp or planting area before growing wasabi. They will use a water pump spray to clean the planting medium or sand from the previous plants. After the land is cleaned, the farmer will make a new planting medium by mixing sand particles of different sizes. This sand mixture is useful for planting wasabi and also filters water that flows into the fields. After collecting the planting media, the farmer will level and plant it. Good wasabi is only planted in fields with flowing water throughout the year, with temperatures between 13 and 18 degrees Celsius. Too much moisture or minerals can make wasabi plants susceptible to pests and disease. After the surface of the planting medium is flat, the farmer will place pieces of pipe to protect the wasabi plant seeds from being washed away by the water flow. Farmers will set the distance between plants 1 palm wide. Next, wasabi seeds are planted in the middle of the pipe. Then, the farmer will carry out several treatments and wait until the wasabi is 18 months old, until it is ready to be harvested. Wasabi plants do not need compost or anything similar, because fertilizer can make the water cloudy and dirty. Pure wasabi gets the nutrients it needs from mountain water flows. Farmers need to ensure that the water flow continues to flow and clean. Farmers will regularly check water flow and the clarity of incoming water through their wasabi fields. Apart from paying attention to the flow of water entering the fields, farmers must also regulate the intensity of sunlight hitting the wasabi plants. This is because too much or too little sunlight can make the wasabi harvest less good. Farmers' efforts to regulate the amount of sun these plants receive are done by installing paranets. Farmers will install this paranet on the frame they have made, so it is easy to close and open it according to a predetermined schedule. Installing this paranet will also provide balanced sunlight for the wasabi plants. Meanwhile, other farmers will focus on pulling weeds and picking up fallen wasabi leaves. The wasabi harvest knows no season, and can be harvested at any time as long as the wasabi plant is at least 18 months old, before it is ready to be harvested. For wasabi harvesting, there is no technological touch. This harvesting has been done by hand for decades. After the workers enter the wasabi field, which is ready to be harvested, the farmer will separate the mother wasabi, and the small wasabi seeds, attached to the wasabi root stem. Next, the farmer will cut the leaves, and clean the roots from the still attached sand. Then, the wasabi is ready to be collected, and distributed to restaurants throughout Japan. Usually, wasabi is sold intact like this, and just grated, or ground when used. This is because wasabi's spicy and fragrant taste comes from the chemical reaction that occurs when wasabi is grated. However, this reaction begins to disappear after 5 minutes, and after 30 minutes, almost all of wasabi's characteristic taste will be gone.